Now, the owner of the Lotus Formula One team could be about to make a new acquisition. Tony Fernandes, the chief executive officer of Asia's biggest budget airline, AirAsia, is reported to be in the market to buy British motoring firm Caterham. Let's find out where the deal stands. Tony Fernandes joins me now live from Duxford here in the UK. Tony, great to speak to you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Can we expect a big announcement from you today?
Good morning. Yeah, we're in Duxford right now, and in a few hours we will be announcing that Team Lotus Enterprises, our parent company, will be acquiring 100% of Caterham Cars.
And what's actually behind the move?
Well, I think when we acquired the Formula One team and brought Team Lotus back, we always wanted to get into car manufacturing. Obviously, things haven't worked out that well with Group Lotus, but something better appeared on our doorstep with Caterham, and we think it's a fantastic unpolished diamond that we can grow this brand in a similar way that we grew AirAsia.
Tony, is it not a big gamble? I mean, we're talking today, we have the GDP figures. We're not exactly sure if the UK is in a recession or not. It doesn't look too bright anywhere really in the world right now. Why buying it now?
Well, I bought an airline 3 days after 9/11. There are always opportunities, and when you see a fantastic brand as Caterham, which has an enormous history, you think of what's happening in Southeast Asia and Asia in terms of development of the middle class. We think there's a phenomenal space to go into with the technology that Formula One provides, the branding platform that Formula One provides, to bring Caterham to a huge new audience and build a very nice little business.
And you're confident that you're not overpaying for it? How much are you actually paying for the company?
Well, I'm private, so I don't have to tell you today. But we feel that we've got great value here and we can develop it into something very special. The similarities with AirAsia are uncanny in terms of timing, in terms of where that brand was, and in terms of what the market wants. We think we are in a fantastic sweet spot to develop it.
Tony Fernandes, I also wanted to ask about your budget hotel. There's been, of course, talk about you being able to list it as early as 2013. Is that going to be your strategy also for Caterham, trying to put it then public in a couple of years when it works out?
I think definitely. That model is doing very, very well. Obviously, it's doing well off the back of AirAsia, but it's doing also well in areas where we haven't been in. And so it needs capital. And it's a model it's a good model, so definitely that's in the plans.
So I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but in terms of what you expect from your returns once you buy Caterham, we're expecting that announcement, as you just said, in just the next couple of hours, just to make it official. But once you own it, when do you expect it to, how are you going to manage it, become profitable? How many cars are you going to make, and then when are you going to put it on the market for an IPO?
Well, that's early. We're just making an announcement now. But as I said, I think we're in a fantastic position to be able to develop new models. We have the platform to do it. And as this thing develops, obviously we would look at public money, but it's early days as to developing that model. But we really do believe we have a jewel in the crown in terms of acquiring Caterham. And the link with Lotus obviously is very historical, with Caterham being the original Lotus 7. So there's tremendous amount that we can do with this brand.
What's your biggest concern though at the moment? Oil prices are going up, that's not helping AirAsia. Raw materials are going up, that's not going to help you building cars. How do you manage all of these headwinds that we're seeing because of the way the economy is headed?
Well, I mean, I think, oil price, we've been there before at $170. We've learned a lot. We're the only airline in the world with no hedge at the moment. Our load factors are going well. We think there's always a market, and in any recessionary period, in any problems, the incumbents have it tougher than the new entrants, and we believe there's always market opportunity. With problems comes opportunities, and AirAsia launching 3 days after 9/11 showed that very well.
Yeah, you're a risk taker. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much for being on the show. Tony Fernandes there. Well,